With the United States midterm elections now just a few months away, the country's national security advisor has listed China among the threats Washington fears when it comes to meddling.
There's a sufficient national security concern about Chinese meddling, Iranian meddling, and North Korean meddling that we're taking steps to try and prevent it. Looking at the 2018 election, those are the four countries that we're most concerned about.
On Saturday, Donald Trump also brought up China as a threat, stressing the focus shouldn't just be on Russia. Right now, the US and China are also embroiled in a trade war. Donald Trump imposed large tariffs on aluminium and steel imports from China in April. He then slapped 25% duties on $34 billion worth of Chinese products. Okay, let's get into this now with Joseph Cheng, who is Professor of Political Science at Hong Kong City University. Welcome back to the program. Why do you think, Joseph, the US and Donald Trump have now decided to particularly focus on China?
Well, most people will take this as rhetoric from President Trump, and credibility is limited in the absence of concrete evidence. However, it is well known that the American intelligence community does point its fingers to various countries, and it believes that foreign cyber attacks or interferences in the American midterm election this year is highly likely. So there is a bit of foundation for a new Cold War, and certainly the trade war between the United States and China has been spreading to the ideological sphere as well as the foreign policy arena.
Washington is also threatening to hit China with sanctions over Iranian oil imports. Will Donald Trump give the green light, do you think, on those penalties against Beijing? It would be a big step.
Well, these issues are likely to continue for quite a while, because it is not just a matter of trade war between the two countries. It is really a matter of the two countries pursuing superiority in the economy, in the science and technology field in the coming 20 to 30 years. So it is likely that these accusations, that these sanctions and counter-sanctions will continue for quite a while, although it is also likely that both sides will try to avoid an all-out trade war, which is very costly to both parties.
There's a lot of statements coming, not just from the political elite in Washington, also from the media. From what you've been focusing on and seeing, does it look familiar in any way as a stage or pretext, indeed, for introducing sanctions? The fact that Washington's top brass is now accusing China of meddling with US affairs and integrity.
Well, there is very little trust between the two parties now, making negotiations extremely difficult, and therefore it is likely that the trade war will step up in the beginning of September before any real negotiations can succeed to remedy the situation. As we said, these disputes have been spreading to the currency field as well, to issues over the South China Sea, relations with Taiwan, and now cyber attacks and so on. So the atmosphere is pretty bad in both countries to allow to facilitate negotiations.
Joseph Cheng, Professor of Political Sciences at Hong Kong City University, thank you.